keeping up with our motto, let learning be a joy and teaching a pleasure. Here we are with a remote teaching and learning process to bridge the gap. Happy learning, students!
Hello students. Today we are going to see the chapter from Science and Technology part 1. Chapter number 9, that is carbon compounds. Students, we have already seen first two parts of this topic in which we have discussed about carbon compounds and hydrocarbons. Carbon compounds are the compounds which are formed from carbon, and hydrocarbon compounds are the compounds formed from carbon and hydrogen are called as hydrocarbons. So different types of hydrocarbons, that is alkanes, alkenes, alkynes, was discussed in the part 1 and 2. In today's part, we are going to see about straight chain, branch chain and ring chain carbon compounds. Then the functional group and homologous series. Starting with the first part of this topic, that is straight chain, branch chain and ring of carbon compounds. Students, all the type of carbon compounds, whether straight, branch or chain or cyclic, can be saturated or unsaturated. Now, what is saturated and unsaturated can be understood with the help of the examples. So, your straight chain hydrocarbons, branch chain hydrocarbons, or your cyclic hydrocarbons can be either saturated or unsaturated. Now, what is the saturation and unsaturation and how is it related with the straight, branch and cyclic? So that can be understood with the help of the examples. Now, straight chain hydrocarbon, the first example is of propane, in which 3 carbon atoms and 8 hydrogen atoms are there. The formula is C3H8. The second example is of propene. The third example is of propine. If you observe the diagrams carefully, you will find that in the first structure, second structure and third structure, the difference is of the number of bonds. So, in the first structure, since there is a single bond, it is called as saturated. And as the bond increases, the saturation decreases, so they are called as unsaturated compounds. So your double bonded and triple bonded hydrocarbons are called as unsaturated compounds, whereas a single bonded is called as saturated hydrocarbons. So that is an example from straight chain hydrocarbons. Similarly, we can get an example from branch chain hydrocarbon. We have got an example of isobutane. The structure is as shown here. In isobutane, you can see that the middle carbon atom is branched. That is, to the middle carbon atom, one more carbon is joined. So, such hydrocarbons are called as branch chain hydrocarbon. So, isobutane is an example of branch chain hydrocarbon, but it is at the same time, it is a saturated hydrocarbon. The reason behind that is it contains a single bond. In branch chain examples, we can get an example of unsaturated hydrocarbons like isobutylene. In isobutylene structure, you can see that the number of carbon atoms are 4, but there is one double bond between the second carbon atom and the carbon which is joined at the bottom. And to form this double bond, 2 hydrogen atoms are removed. And since 2 hydrogen atoms are removed, the formula has turned to C4H8. So such type of hydrocarbons which contains a double bond is called as unsaturated hydrocarbon. The third category is cyclic hydrocarbon. The structure in front of you is for cyclohexane, in which 6 carbon atoms a cycle is formed. So what happened here is, in a straight chain compound, the carbons are straight. Suppose if I am removing the hydrogen from the first and the last carbon atoms and I am forming a loop of it, it is called as cyclic hydrocarbon. So in this cyclic hydrocarbon, that is cyclohexane, you can see that 6 carbon atoms are there and 12 hydrogen atoms are there. That is an example of cyclohexane. Now from this, suppose if I am removing one hydrogen atom from 6 carbon atoms, then I can get the formula of C6H6, which is called as benzene. And since I am removing one hydrogen atoms, I am forming an alternate double bond. The reason for getting an alternate double bond is carbon, the valency is 4. That means to make the carbon stable, it is necessary that the 4 bonds are formed. And to show that 4 bonds for each carbon atoms, you can get alternate double bond. The position of the double bond can be different according to the structure. So this is an example of unsaturated hydrocarbon since a double bond is present. Similarly, the next example is of cyclohexene, where between two carbons, hydrogens are removed and we are getting the formula as C6H10. That is cyclohexene. Again, it is a category of unsaturated hydrocarbons. Students, you should know the examples of this along with the structures. So remember the structures along with the examples. In the exams, it is asked to draw the structures when the names are given, or the structure might be given, we have to give the formula of it. The next is about the new term. Students, we have got two structures in front of you. The first structure is of butane. You can count the number of carbon atoms and the number of hydrogen atoms. You will get it as C4H10. The second structure also contains 4 carbon atoms and 10 hydrogen atoms. So what is the difference between both the two structures? Just now we have seen about straight chain and branch chain. The first one was a straight chain, the second one is a branch chain. But even though it is branch, the number of hydrogen atom has remained same. So such compounds which has got same formula but different structures. Listen carefully. The compounds which has got same formula but different structures are said to be isomers, or that property is called as isomerism. So isomers or isomerism is a property or compounds which has got same molecular formula but different structural formula. That is about the term called as isomerism. The next part we will see now is about functional group. Now what is this functional group? Now related with this functional group, one table has been given. But before coming to the table, just understand what is the functional group. The compound acquires a specific chemical properties due to this heteroatoms. Now heteroatoms means the atoms of the element which is substitute for hydrogen. The atom of the element which is substitute for hydrogen is referred to as heteroatoms. So, the compound acquire specific chemical properties due to these heteroatoms or the group of atoms that contain heteroatoms, irrespective of the length and the nature of the carbon chain in that compound. Therefore, these heteroatoms or the group of atoms containing the heteroatoms are called functional groups. So basically, what happens here is that one of the hydrogen atom is replaced by one group. So the hydrogen atom which is removed and it is substituted by different atom, that is called as heteroatom. And according to that, we are getting the different functional groups. So here we have got a table in front of you. The first one, which is the alkane, which we have already seen, where there is a single bond. The second one is alcohol. Now in alcohol, the last hydrogen atom is replaced by OH. Then come to the part of aldehydes. Now in aldehydes, the last hydrogen atom is replaced by CHO. Then the next is amines, in which the last hydrogen atom is replaced by NH2. The next is ether, in which the last hydrogen atom is replaced by CO2. Then is ether, in which the last hydrogen atom is replaced by O. And then ketones, where the last hydrogen atom is replaced by CO. So this is the substitution or the hetero groups which is replaced by or substituted by an hydrogen atom. And last one is the carboxylic acid, that is COOH. Now this table of functional group is given in the textbook. So depending upon the functional group, the name of that particular compound changes. If it is OH, the compound is called as alcohol. If it is CHO, the compound is called as aldehyde, or the suffix is changed by Al. If it is NH2, the suffix is changed by amine. If it is O, the suffix is changed by ether. If it is COO, it is changed by OAte. If it is CO, it is changed by ONE. And if it is COOH, it is replaced by carboxylic group, that is OIC acid. So that is about the functional groups. This functional groups will be used when we are giving the name to the organic compound. Then coming to the next part of this topic, that is about homologous series. The word homo means same. So homologous series is the series of compound which is formed by joining the same functional group in place of a particular hydrogen atoms on the chains having sequentially increasing length. So such series is called homologous series. Now this homologous series can be understood with the help of the examples given. The first example is of methane. We know the formula for methane is CH4. But if one of the hydrogen atom from that is removed and it is replaced by OH, that is alcohol, I will get the formula as CH3 OH. That is methyl alcohol or methanol. Similarly, from CH4, if I am removing the last hydrogen atom and if I am adding aldehyde group, I will get CH3CHO. So these are the two different functional groups which we are talking about. One is alcohol, the second is aldehyde. So what has happened here is, as discussed earlier, the last hydrogen atom or one of the hydrogen atom is replaced by the functional group. That is an heteroatom. Now see the next example, that is ethane. The formula of ethane is C2H6. Similarly, from this H6, if I am removing one hydrogen atom, I will get C2H5OH. Whereas, from the same thing, if I am adding CHO, I will get C2H5CHO. Now, between methane and ethane, if you will see the difference of carbon and hydrogen, you will find that the difference is of CH2. Same difference you will notice between the alcohol series, same difference you will notice between the aldehyde series. So as it was given in the statement, the series of compound formed by joining the same functional group in place of a particular hydrogen atom having sequentially increasing length is called homologous series. So it is between alkane, alcohol and aldehyde, the difference between the consecutive element or the compound is the same. So we call it as homologous series. The third example is of propane. Again, the formula of propane is C3H8. If I am removing the last hydrogen atom and replacing it, I will get C3H7OH. Similarly, if I am removing the last hydrogen atom and I am adding CHO, I will get C3H7CHO. Here also, the difference between C3H8 and C2H6 is CH2. Similarly, difference between C3H7OH and C2H5OH is again CH2. And the difference between C3H7 CHO and C2H5 CHO, again the difference is same. So since the difference is same, they are called as homologous series. So these are the series of homologous alcohols or homologous aldehyde. The third one is a series of homologous aldehydes. So last example is of butane, that is C4H10. Again the same thing, I am removing one hydrogen atoms and replacing it by OH, I get C4H9OH. Or if I am replacing it by CHO, I will get C4H9CHO. So here again, if you notice the difference between the consecutive alkanes, consecutive alcohols and consecutive aldehydes is the same, that is of CH2. Such a group of elements is called as homologous series. So we have completed the part of homologous series. The reactions of this topic will be seen in the next class. Till then, thank you dear students.